Hi, I'm Greg Phelps. Welcome to Business for Photographers. The reason I'm here is to help portrait and wedding photographers build the lifestyle they want while doing what they love, making beautiful images. You can earn a really good living as a professional photographer. I'm living proof of that, and so are many others. But you have to go about it in the right way. In today's short video, I'm going to share with you what I consider to be the 5 most important secrets to establishing your prices. You know, I've been a professional photographer for many years, and for most of this time, I've earned a very nice living. This being the case, I get tons of questions from people all over the United States about how much they should charge for their work. Am I charging too much? Too little? Is there some kind of a formula that I should be going by? Well, it's no wonder that people are asking these questions, because knowing how much to charge for your work is one of the most complex and challenging aspects of setting up a professional photography business. So, let's get started. Secret number 1. If you want to make photography your business, you have to become a businessman in addition to being an artist. We all get into photography because we love the art and we want to create beautiful images. But if you want to earn a living by selling those images, you now have to put on a businessman's hat. That means learning how to market your work, sell your work, manage your finances, and know how much to charge. Because you can't set your prices in a vacuum. And that means you can't just arbitrarily put a price on your work without considering the environment and the market where you live and work. In order for your prices to have relevance to your clients, they must be based on a solid business foundation. Which brings us to secret number 2. If you set your prices too low, you'll go out of business because you can't physically produce enough work to pay for all of your expenses, let alone a salary. Regardless of where you live, whether it's a big city, a small town, a rural area, or a suburb, or whether you work out of your home, a downtown storefront, or you own your own building, there's going to be expenses associated with running a business. So if you set your prices too low, you just won't make enough money to cover them. In fact, being too low priced is one of the biggest reasons photography businesses fail. But this doesn't mean you can go out and just put an outrageous price on your work either. You see, setting your prices too high right out of the gate can and has led to failure as well. Because the higher your prices, the more sophisticated your marketing and sales skills have to be. And of course, you need a client base that can sustain those higher prices. So what we're going to do is establish a formula right at the beginning that makes sure you're priced high enough to meet all your expenses, and at the same time is not so high that you can't sustain them at your current sales and marketing skill level. Now, once you have this nailed down, it becomes your starting place, your foundation, and now you're in a position to systematically work at raising your prices. Secret number 3. First, you must know all your expenses. That means sitting down with your accountant and creating a chart of accounts that lists all the things your business will have to pay for in a year, including your salary, and then attaching a budget amount to each one of these items. Second, you must know what it costs to produce what you sell. That means getting out your suppliers' price books and listing all the costs involved in producing everything you sell, all the portraits, all the weddings, everything. And don't forget to include the packaging and the delivery costs too. Third, you have to know your profit margin. After all, who wants to work all year only to find out that you're barely going to break even, or worse yet, end up in the hole? So this is going to require a little work. But if you plan on being a professional photographer and you want to earn your living by selling your images, this is one of the very first things you have to do. Secret number 4. Here is the actual formula to determine exactly how much you must bring in over a year's period of time to reach your financial goals. cost of doing business plus the cost of production, or some people call it cost of goods sold, plus your profit equals your yearly gross income. And I'll say that again. It's the cost of doing business plus your cost of production plus a profit equals your yearly gross income. Now, once you know exactly how much money you have to generate in a year to meet your financial needs, everything else will fall into place. How much work you have to do. That means if you're a portrait photographer, how many portrait sessions, or a wedding photographer, how many weddings, or maybe you do both, so you'll have to break down a ratio between portraits and weddings. How much money you have to make per session, and how much you have to charge for individual products in order to generate the amount of income. That means the various sizes and finishes of portraits and the various wedding packages that you have to offer. So there you have it, the actual steps you need to follow in order to make sure the prices you charge are right for your business and your market with your level of experience at any point in time. But you aren't finished just yet. There's one more secret you have to know about. That's secret number 5. You must have an accurate and reliable tracking system in place so that you'll know where you are at any particular point in time throughout the year. Are you ahead of schedule? Are you behind schedule? Now, by knowing this, you'll know whether your marketing and sales presentations are working, or do you need to spend more time polishing them up? So if you put these 5 secrets to work, then you're going to be miles ahead of the majority of all the photographers working today. And you'll be well on your way toward laying a rock-solid foundation for your photography business. But perhaps you feel like, well, that may be well and good, but boy, that sounds awful complicated. I don't have the patience for that. I don't want to do that. I mean, I'm just getting into this so that I can create beautiful photographs. Well, that's all well and good. And that works well if you're considering photography as a hobby. But remember, we're looking at photography as a business, the way you're going to earn your living. So, I've put together an extremely comprehensive and easy to understand program that takes you step by step through every facet of pricing your photography and setting up a price list. And once you've completed this course, you can rest assured that your prices will be exactly right for you at this time in your professional life. So just click on the link below. It'll take you directly to the program. Until next time, I'm Greg Phelps, and this is Business for Photographers, and I'm wishing you good business.